We are at Hollywood Studios today. We have a Sci-Fi Dine-In package for a Fantasmic viewing. We're going to check it out.
I didn't know we had the Fantasmic viewing. I just thought we were
It
having
is
dinner.
a surprise to Mike, apparently. We're going to check it out, let you know whether or not it is worth your money and time to get the Sci-Fi Dine-In package. Well, hello again, Gem Fam. Today, we're stepping back in time at the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater restaurant in Disney's Hollywood Studios. This is actually my first time dining here, and I'm so excited. Mike's been here before, but it's been ages, so it almost feels new for both of us. What makes tonight's dinner even more special is that we decided to go for the Fantasmic dining package, so stay tuned for that. At the time of filming, this package is currently priced at $57 per adult and $23 per child, ages 9 and under, so we definitely want to check out whether or not this is worth it. Anyways, if you're not familiar with the spot, the Sci-Fi Dine-In opened back in April 1991 and is designed to transport guests to the golden age of 1950s drive-in movies. It is easily one of the most unique dining experiences at Disney World. When you walk in, you'll find yourself under a twinkly night sky sitting in vintage car-shaped booths called automobiles. While you enjoy your meal, a giant screen plays a 47-minute loop of retro sci-fi and horror film clips featuring classics like Plan 9 from Outer Space and Attack of the 50-Foot Woman. Talk about dinner and a show. Oh, and let's not forget the servers, aka carhops, who sometimes really get into the theme by wearing roller skates just like back in the day. Alright, let's dive in and see what this iconic spot has to offer. Bon appetit, and let's enjoy the show. Alright, Mike, what did you think about the Sci-Fi Dine-In Theater's Fantasmic package overall?
Well, I guess I would break it down into two things. I think as far as a sit-down restaurant, if you have a large group, well, I guess, let's just talk about ambiance, right?
Yeah.
It's dark in there.
It's very dark.
It takes a while for your eyes to adjust. The seating in the cars is kind of fun, and there's like the old B-movie scrolls going on that you will go through the entire reel the time you're sitting there. Cast members are really good. They're acting, at least ours was very into the
very
role
lively
of
and entertaining.
1950s carhop food runner. She was great. She kind of gave us a little show when she was doing the order. And stayed in character the whole time, had a great time.
But we did seat behind another couple.
So we were in the back seat behind another couple. Oddly enough, it was strangely quiet in there. So it was like we didn't have to talk very loud to have a conversation.
It's very weird for a Disney restaurant to be that quiet.
Yeah, but it was, so, it's nice. It's there. It does feel like a drive-in. We've been to a couple drive-in movie theaters out in California, and most of those are a little bit, because they don't obviously get upgraded a lot. They kind of have a little retro feel to them, and it definitely feels like a drive-in in there. So that part's kind of fun and nice.
And if you have a family, I think they have special seating arrangements where the families do get to sit together. Yeah. But they're kind of few and far between.
So they do have some tables.
Yeah.
They've got some cars that are right next to each other. So you could sit like two people in one car and then two people in the next car, like literally right next to each other. So
but don't expect to be having some conversations over dinner.
Yeah, exactly. Unless you want to turn around and kind of be like, hey, what do you think of that? Right. So, but there was actually a group next to us where there was 4 people in a car, and they were like sitting sideways half the time talking. Overall, I think the ambiance pulls it off. It definitely feels like a drive-in. It's neat. There's kind of like some of the old video clips that are up there. For some reason, they ran Tom and Jerry cartoons, which is like,
wrong mouse.
I'm going to tell Mickey, but I'm not sure Mickey knows, but we'll let him know. So that was really good.
So food.
Yeah. So food-wise, as a sit-down, the prices are only slightly higher than what you might get at some of the quick service locations.
Yeah.
And I think the food here really, really outpaced what you're going to get at a quick service location.
I was pleasantly surprised.
Unfortunately, it's so dark in there, you really can't see the food. And I kind of wanted to see my burger. I'm like, it felt like a big thick hunk of meat in a yummy bun, and I'm like, I can't get the...
It just looked like a blob of
gray. It's just kind of like dark. But it was really good.
But I mean, here's the thing: like, if you take away one of your senses, you really get to focus on the taste.
Maybe that's why it tasted so good, because I couldn't see it. So
food was actually really good.
Yeah, food was good. I was pleasantly surprised. The dessert for me, we had the
out of this world chocolate swirl something. Yeah.
Not a hard pass, but I'd get something else. It wasn't really worth burning. At least for our dining credit, it wasn't worth using. Like, I would rather have gotten a milkshake. I probably would have enjoyed it more.
With this dining package, the only thing is, obviously, if you're just going to Sci-Fi Diner a la carte, you know, you get to pick what you want. So what I did was, because of the, you know, my penne pasta with shrimp ended up being the most expensive entree on the menu. So I'm like, you know what? I might as well just get something that is, you know, more expensive.
And I honestly, I was pleasantly surprised. The shrimp was like really well cooked. It wasn't overdone or tough or anything. It was perfect. As part of the dining package.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
I actually, the food, I was pleasantly surprised by the food. I was expecting generic quick service burgers. They were not. They were really good. Her pasta dish was excellent.
Yep.
The fried pickles were okay. Again, that's kind of I might have gone the wings. I would have tried that for something different. The group in front of us had the Impossible nachos, and I don't think I heard them complain at all. So that might be...
Yeah, they do have vegetarian and plant-based options.
Yeah, so they have a couple Impossible options. So maybe the Impossible nachos is what we'll try if we go back. But again, as part of the package, I think it was... Actually, I really like it. I don't think, compared to what you could spend on the food, you could almost get your money's worth, and then the ability to basically have center seating.
Yeah, let's talk about the actual Fantasmic seating.
At Fantasmic, we got really lucky. We were able to go really down low, but you basically get front and center seating. You don't have to wait and stand by. You don't have to fight people. You can go there, just sit down and relax.
Yeah, just make sure you get there at the latest 25 minutes prior to the show.
Yeah, you're going to want to get there more than 25, because at 25, they just start filling in.
Yeah.
So you get a ticket. They keep doing these dining packages all evening. And if you go to an earlier dinner like we did a 5:05, 5:25 dinner.
Yeah.
Our ticket is technically for the 8 o'clock.
Earlier dinner, technically go to the early show, which makes sense, obviously.
And now when I asked a cast member, they said, preferably, we would like you to go to the 8.
Strongly encouraged.
And I asked, well, can we go to the 9? And they said, preferably, we would encourage you to go to the 8 o'clock. So basically what it is, they're doing these dining packages. They only have so much seating.
Yeah.
So
it gets pretty busy.
Everybody at the 8 o'clock decided to go to the 9 o'clock, they wouldn't be able to fit everybody in the area.
Yeah.
So that's why they encourage people to go to the one that that was assigned to them when they made their dinner reservation.
Yeah.
But if you're in a pinch, or you're in line for a ride, or something's happened with the kiddos. You're stuck
on rides or something.
Yeah, something's happened with the kiddos. Don't stress out. Just, come to the 9 and they'll work with you. It seems like. Obviously, no guarantee, but the cast members seemed like really...
They're very accommodating.
Yeah, it seemed like they would be really accommodating.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Fantasmic was really good. I'd never noticed before that the floats with the princes and the princesses, when they come out, they're kind of, whenever it's their chorus or their highlight moment, their float actually changes. The lights on it change, and it lights up to like the theme of whatever their... And
the light on the mountain also changes. Yeah, so it's really cool. So in terms of kind of like the package, I think for a sci-fi, so here's the thing. So there are several different tiers of the dining packages. This is one of the least expensive out of all the dining packages.
And you sit with all the fancy people. So like...
True. It's all in the same area.
The people that paid more, you're going to pay the same. So the difference really comes down to food. And I actually think sci-fi... You can get your money's worth on the food alone. Yeah,
I think so.
Or darn near close.
Yeah. To us, given our experience, at least with sci-fi, I think it's worth it. I mean, with 2 people, we were able to kind of share some dishes. We had one starter that's definitely enough food for 2.
Yeah, that was a good sharing starter. I will say that about the pickles.
Yeah, so if you're just going by one, you're probably going to, take away some food because they give you quite a bit. And so... And then obviously you're guaranteed really good seating at Fantasmic. The amphitheater fills up pretty quickly. You don't have to stress about waiting. Your seats are front and center. I mean, we were like second row essentially.
Yeah, it took us, center. And then and the advantage of that was you're front and center. So even if you're down low, like we were, it took us a little bit to get up and out. Yeah. But you're right there at the exits, because we've gone in the past where we are like all the way down the left, like back seats, like past the main bowl area. Yeah. And it takes you a long time to get out. So we were still able to get out quick, even though we were right down front. Yeah.
So, I mean, your mileage may vary. Yeah. But again, if you are looking for a sort of like a dinner in the show, guaranteed good seatings, pretty good food, I think we'd recommend it.
Yeah. So the caveat is, maybe you don't want to talk to the person that you're having dinner with. And this is probably actually a good thing to do that, because you're sitting side by side, looking at a screen. It's dark. It's quiet. You don't want to make a lot of racket. So maybe that's a plus for some.
All right. Well, hopefully you enjoyed our little review of the Sci-Fi Dining Theater Fantasmic dining package. If you did, make sure that you hit that like button, smash that notification bell, subscribe to our channel to help build our community together. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you soon. Bye.